Hello again. In 2021, a black African, born in Africa, of African parents, won the title of Miss Ireland. Her name was Pamela Uber, and she may be seen in the thumbnail to this video. There were many people in Ireland who found this odd, even unacceptable. Why should somebody who wasn't even born in Ireland win the title of Miss Ireland? Were there not enough native-born Irish girls to choose from? Needless to say, such people were shouted down as being racists, and a more enlightened and right-on type of Irish person, and that is to say the left-wing intelligentsia, proclaimed the sight of one of the so-called New Irish winning this coveted title as being an inspiration to all those who were right-thinking and progressive. That same year, a black woman of African ancestry called Rahima Mathamia won the title of Miss England. Again, there were those who thought it odd, perhaps even irritating, but they largely kept their own counsel. Nobody wants to be branded a racist. It was all, if you like, a triumph of liberal and anti-racist values, something to celebrate. OK, let us then accept that those people were right, and that we should simply take without any raising of eyebrows to the principle that a black African could win a beauty contest in a white European country. I hope that this is clear enough. That is the progressive and acceptable view. Fast forward a couple of years and a white woman called Brooke Jackson has been crowned Miss Zimbabwe. She was, by the way, born in Zimbabwe to parents who were themselves born in the country. There is now open discontent in Zimbabwe about the idea of a white person winning the title of Miss Zimbabwe in a black African country. Guess what? Many black people are describing it as racist. In England and Ireland, those objecting to the sight of black women winning those titles was seen as being a lunatic fringe and soon shouted down and suppressed. But that's not at all the case in Africa, because social media is buzzing with disapproval of the matter, not only in Zimbabwe but other black African countries. And the key word being bandied about is racism. The idea of a white woman winning a beauty contest in sub-Saharan Africa is racist, because white people have no business even being there. What is interesting is that nobody is shouting down those who express such views. Nearly all the comments about this white woman are negative and opposed to the idea of her being allowed to take the title. In the description to this video, I give a link to a news item about this matter. So there you have it, laid out very clearly and with absolutely no ambiguity at all. If a black woman of African ancestry wins a beauty contest in Europe, that is a shining example of diversity and inclusion in action, and it is something to be celebrated. If, on the other hand, a white woman of European ancestry wins a beauty contest in Africa, then that is racism and something to be universally denounced and condemned. So those who disapprove of black people winning these contests in Europe are racists, but conversely those who approve of a white woman winning one in Africa are also racists. I long ago gave up trying to understand or make any sense of this Alice in Wonderland nonsense. But even when such an extraordinary case as this reveals the madness of the progressive and anti-racist position, I doubt very much that it will dent the enthusiasm for such doctrines. I just thought it worth exposing it to the world.